Are you someone who suffers from terrible migraine headaches? You've tried everything you can to ease the pain, but nothing seems to work. Well, today we're going to show you the story of a migraine patient and his very special doctor. Trapper Jack from WKYC joins us to bring this Dr. Nemeh story to us today.
The ongoing stories of Dr. Nemeh.
Well, we just have such a response from them, and they're quite remarkable.
Well, what's remarkable is a lot of people want to say it's placebo effect. It's a short-term kind of fix, and so I brought in a story that it's about 2.5, 3 years running now, where this gentleman by the name of Zach Deaver and his mom Ann are in this story, and they came to a service in Sandusky, and here's a guy who at the age of 19 had just gone through 12 years of continual migraines, where literally the migraines would last for weeks, even months, where he would go into a dark room and just try to handle. I mean, months. So he came to a service and something amazing happened.
Well, I have never suffered from migraines, but I have friends who have, and apparently they're just paralyzing and awful, awful pain. So
I think pain in general is the one thing that will change personalities. You can put up with a lot of stuff, but pain, it's just hard to be yourself. And here's this poor kid and what happened. So here's Zach describing what he went through, and then when he came to a Dr. Nemeh service.
Okay.
I would have them sometimes for weeks on end, maybe just a couple days, and then a couple days later I'd have them. Sometimes they would just last for weeks, months on end sometimes. It seemed like they would just never go away. Immediately I would have to take my medicine, and I would have to lay down in a dark room with no noise immediately, and because I would have sound sensitivity and light sensitivity, which also would increase the pain and make it harder. I would just be totally out of it, and I would not be able to do anything at all, absolutely nothing. I would just have to go straight to bed and try to sleep for a while and try to sleep it off and take the medicine as needed.
And the first healing service, we went to Garfield Heights, and of course there were 10,000 people there. So we didn't get in, but we went the next night in Westlake, Ohio, to St. Bernadette. Yes, and we went there, and
I was when I was sitting there in the pew in the church just waiting for my turn to come up, I was just getting really anxious and just hoping and praying to the Lord that I would hopefully be healed.
And then when Kathy Nemeh prayed over Zach and just touched him, she just touched him. He went boom, and fell on top of Kathy. And they didn't move Zach for a few minutes, and poor little Kathy and big Zach, and she was down there.
But I didn't know that I was on top of her, laying on her or anything.
When you went down, did you go out?
When I went down, I felt like I had seen like a white image of Jesus in my mind. It was like a warm rush going through my whole body, and it just felt really incredible.
The doctor came to us, and he walked up to Zach and Zach had had a migraine for 4 weeks. He put his hands, and he'd been in bed almost the whole time, and he put his hands on Zach's head, on his forehead, and put his hands on Zach's neck. Zach fell in the spirit, and Zach left there migraine-free and has been so ever since, and it's been 2.5 years.
Then I realized after I had sat down and just kind of realized what was going on again, and that I felt perfect. I had never felt like that before in my entire life. Something about me felt different, and I had noticed it as soon as I sat down and realized I was feeling better.
I said, well, how are you feeling? And he goes, it's wonderful. The feeling that he said he had was wonderful. And I said, do you have a headache? And he goes, no, I don't. We did take him back to his doctor in Michigan after he'd been headache-free for months, 6 months. And he didn't know what to say. He said, oh, okay. He was dumbfounded, and he was very happy, though.
A lot of people in the schools and stuff, they kind of seemed skeptical, some of the people I had told, but I said there's no way to know except for experience it yourself. So, and I just told them my story, and they didn't like it. They didn't believe in it. It's fine with me. I do.
Well, he's the one who's not feeling the pain anymore.
Isn't that great?
So.
Isn't that great?
What is the difference between going to one of these prayer services and then going to see the doctor at his office? How would you know whether or not you would need one or the other?
You know, for some, they come to the office, and sometimes it can be one, sometimes it's to a service once, sometimes multiple. Well, first, Dr. Nemeh, he's an MD, so there's a medical treatment there, and he quietly prays. It's nothing overt. You know, there's no evangelization going on unless someone wants to talk about it, but he's a doctor. At the services, there's just no question. It's serene, there's prayer, there's no show to it at all. It's interesting, coming up on the 28th, June 28th, Walsh University for the third time has asked them to come down and for a healing service, for a mass, but also so people can hear Dr. Nemeh and Kathy Nemeh talk about all of this, and to hear them put it all within the context of what's happening here and why some people are healed, why some people aren't, is absolutely fascinating. The last time we were there was a woman by the name of Janice Colcom. She brought her 2 little kids, Max and Peter. One of them was lactose intolerant from birth. And when the boy went home, he said, I want to drink my brother's milk. Bad news, you know, but okay, take some. Nothing happened. What do you want now? Pizza? So he had a pizza.
Thank God he can eat cheese now.
Yeah, you know, you can have cheese in your life. And now he's fine.
Oh, wow.
Another woman came down. I wish I could remember her name because she had endometriosis. I mean, I don't need to know a whole lot about that other than what she told me. And I thought, oh my gosh. But it was all relieved. All that pain went away. I should bring that story back sometime.
Well, we would love for you to. We want to, again, give away the information because there is a mass and healing service. It's going to be Dr. Issam Nemeh and his wife, Kathy Nemeh, at Walsh University on Saturday, June 28th. It's a $20 admission, and you can log on to pathtofaith.com for more information. Trapper, thank you so much for joining us this morning with the story.
It was a pleasure.
Great to see you.
Thanks, Andrea. Thank you so much.